Okay, next up, form number 4. We call this dragon whip's tail, and it brings in a new grip to our cane. And this is what we call the dragon grip. Our horn is forward. Typically, we see people utilizing the cane like this as they walk. Ergonomically, it's actually a little bit more of an advantage if you're using your cane as a walking stick to drive your palm into the stick with the horn facing forward. And so from this position, we've developed this move that we know as dragon whip's tail from the Japanese style of hanbo, short stick fighting. Their sticks, the hanbo sticks, don't have a crook, but it's essentially the same thing. So we pretend that we don't have a crook here for this first strike. We're standing here, we're here. It's a very non-telegraphic strike, meaning there's no wind up, there's no loading. What we do is subtly shift our hand down towards the top of the shaft of our cane here. First move is to step back with the open hand side and rip our hand across our belt line, striking with this lower piece of the cane. It looks like this. We're going to take a step back and swipe across. You can keep the hand very low and strike high by pointing the thumb down. Sometimes we think, pour the tea, and it goes high. If we bring the thumb high, the striking surface will be low. You can strike low with this as well. Boop. So for dragon whip's tail, we begin with this step back with the open hand side. Good habit to come up as a reflex to be covering yourself, and then we rip across with this first strike. We're going to immediately stance switch back and put our crook high in the air, our open hand low. Then we're going to shuffle step in. That's an open step with our front foot, a closed step with our back foot as we slide our hands together and overhead strike. This is dragon whip's tail. One more time on this side. Stepping back, swipe, stance switch back, thumb high, crook high, shuffle in, overhead strike. Always do both sides. So here we go. Step back with the open hand side and swipe. Stance switch back, thumb high, shuffle step in, overhead strike. One more time. Stance switch back and swipe. Stance switch back, oh, thumb goes high. Shuffle step in, overhead strike, back to neutral.